What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Boston Bruins franchise mode series. In the last video, we had a pretty compelling series against the Carolina Hurricanes. We came back from a 2-0 deficit and a 3-1 deficit to win the series, and we saw a couple of overtime goals live. Good shit there from the boys. However, we're facing a tougher opponent this time around in the Washington Capitals. So, if you remember in the last video, I got fed up when we were down 3-1 and I just did best lines. So our lines are kind of janky, but I'm going to leave them that way because it won us that series, so we're going to see if it can win us this series as well. Looking at the ratings, we have a +1 in offense and a -3 in goaltending. So I'm assuming Braden Holtby is going to be a little bit better than Rask overall. And then, yeah, I guess our depth is... Excuse me as I burp. That was a quick. I just drank a sip of water 30 seconds ago and I'm burping already. That makes sense. Alright, so their top six is kind of scary here, as they have Ovechkin and Backstrom on the first line, with Jakub Vrana on the right wing. Interesting combination with two snipers, but whatever. Marcus Johansson on the second line with Kenny Kuznetsov and TJ Oshie, so a couple of playmakers there. Pretty much three playmakers, as Oshie, pretty much a playmaker that's just really good at defense, so they listed him as a two-way forward, whatever. Third line of Burakovsky, Lars Eller, and Tom Wilson. So a grinder, two-way forward, and sniper. Another interesting combination. Then the fourth line, Antoine Roussel, Jay Beagle, and Brett Conley, same as their third line in terms of their archetypes. So pretty scary top six. Let's see how they did throughout the playoffs thus far. So 3, 1, and 2. So first line was shit in the first round. Okay, and then 4 from their second line, 5 and 3. So pretty good from their second line there. I think they played 5 games. I think they won 4-1. So we'll say they won 5 games. So Kuznetsov, a point a game player, Johansson kind of close, and then Oshie. Third line, Burakovsky 3, 3, and 2. So pretty good third line play there. Fourth line, Roussel with 3, Beagle with 2, and Conley with 2. So they're getting scoring from everywhere. And if I had to pick their worst line in round 1, it'd be their first line, which is kind of scary. To think that a team with Ovechkin and Backstrom on the first line, and the first line was their worst line. So that's odd. Defensively, they got Niskanen with Carlson, and then Dmitry Orlov with Bowie, and then Johan Ovitu with Tyler Lewington as their third pairing. So third pairing's kind of weak. Second pairing looks kind of like ours does, and same thing with the first. Overall, I feel like their defense is kind of exploitable, and I feel like ours is too, so whatever that means. Look at their points really quick. Holy shit, Niskanen, 5 points and a +6 in 5 first-round games. Carlson with 4 points. Orlov 1, Bowie 1, Ovitu 2, and Tyler Lewington on the third pairing, 0 points, but he was a +5. Alright, so this is the moment of truth. How good is Holtby? 92. Oh my lord. Oh, holy shit. In the first series, he averaged 1 goal against, and with a save percentage of 96%, 2 shutouts in 5 games. So that's going to be huge for us if we can beat Holtby, and if Rask cannot get beat himself. So, I mean, obviously, whatever. That doesn't mean anything, but Holtby, with being how good he is, he could easily steal a couple games this series. If we can prevent him from doing that, then I like our chances. I think we have a little bit better depth than them, especially like looking at our third line compared to theirs. And even our fourth line compared to theirs, I feel like we're better in those categories. So if we can get scoring from everyone, and if we can at least shut down a couple of their lines out of the 4, and then probably exploit their defense a little bit, that's how we're going to go about winning this series. So the Capitals do have home ice advantage, so we're going to play in Game 1 in Washington. We're going to get right into that, not wasting any more time. Any more of your precious time, so we're going to go to Simulate. Alright, Game 1 in Washington. Can we start off this series strong? Let's find out. Yes, we can. We get goals from Jake DeBrusk and Patrice Bergeron. They get one from Ovechkin, so good play there in the first period, getting a couple goals past Holtby, making him think a little bit. Consider his greatness and see if he's really that great. But Ovechkin gets 1 goal on 7 shots for the Caps. So second period. There we go, boys. We get a goal from Vlasic coming in there on the right face-off circle. We are double their shots currently, so we're playing good offensively. We're playing good defensively as Nicky gets a goal for us from the Hashies. Power play? No power play goal, but based on everything I'm seeing here, Marchand gets one from the left dot. We're playing better offensively than them. We're playing better defensively than them. And we're playing better in the net than them. So really dominating first game there in Washington. So we've stolen home ice advantage already from the Washington Capitals. Your 3 stars of the game are Nicky, Bergeron, and Ho-Sang. Each of them had multi-point nights. And good play from Rask. So really fantastic performance all around there from the Boston Bruins in Game 1. As we've stolen home ice advantage from the Capitals. Can we keep it up in Game 2? Let's find out with this first period. Pavelski gets one from the right face-off circle on 10 shots. So another early first period goal against Braden Holtby. Good to get out to that early lead and make their goaltending less of a factor. So can we carry this over into the second period? No, we cannot. So Vrana gets one from the right boards, and we are still out shooting them by 6. So it's good to see that number there. But be nice if we could get out of this game in regulation and head back to Boston with a 2-0 series lead. Let's find out if we can do that. Power play for them. Okay, nothing there, nothing there. Still out shooting them by a little bit. If we can get some scoring. Fuck me. I asked for scoring and I got it. John Carlson scores from the right face-off dot. Vlasic! Of all guys... Oh. Seriously, man? Are you serious? Vlasic, of all guys, ties the game up with about a minute left, and then fucking Bowie scores the game winner with 30 seconds left. Shit, dude. Just shit. Alright. Alright. So, Holtby played better than Rask that game, based on the shots. And, they stole overtime from us there. Bowie stole overtime. 3 stars of the game are Holtby, Bowie, and Backstrom. Fuck me. We should have had a 2-0 lead there heading into Boston, but that's okay. We still have home ice advantage. Or we've still gained home ice advantage from the Capitals based on those first 2 games. So Game 3 in Boston. A tie series thus far, but can we take the lead at home? Let's find out. First period, nope, we cannot take the lead in this game at least, as the shots were even and the goals were even. So second period, nothing there. They're out shooting us by 3, but both goaltenders are putting up stonewall performances here in this Game 3, this pivotal Game 3, I should say. So if the Capitals win this, they're going to put us on our heels and take home ice advantage back from us. And if we win, we are in a dominating position in the series, up 2-1 with another game at home before the series heads back to Washington. And it looks like we're headed for a scoreless game through regulation. So, scoreless through regulation, out shooting them by 5. I'm actually going to watch this game. We're going to go in and watch the game. I'll still do the broadcast view. I could go in there and do the coaching view, but the thing with that is it shows it from our perspective, and I think it's cool to have that broadcast view where you can see both teams. And if you're, it's just like if you're watching a game, a real game, I should say. So this pivotal Game 3 here, overtime game, I should say, not performance. We're gonna see if we can pull out a win, and I just hope that this game doesn't go into like double overtime or triple overtime or something. Because then this video will take for fucking ever, and I don't really want to talk that much. I don't want to commentate several periods of AI hockey. That is not on my wish list. So let's get right into it here. As we're out shooting number 5, let's see if we can keep it up. So Bergeron in the face-off circle with probably Backstrom for the Caps. And Backstrom gets the stick lift win there. Back to Niskanen. Up to Ovechkin on the left wing to Backstrom. He wheels around. Cross crease pass gets intercepted by Vlasic, who throws it off the boards to Ho-Sang. Up to Bergeron, little 3-on-3 transition hockey here. Bergeron dekes and just hands it over to Niskanen. So that's a terrible play there from Bergeron. Little 3-on-2, big hit there from Vlasic on Vrana. The two V's. So Bergeron up, and Bergeron takes his seat as well. He got sat down by probably John Carlson. Ovechkin, slapper is blocked down before it gets to Rask. So Nicky up to Hosang, little 3-on-2 here. Good back check there from Vrana. My goodness, he came out of nowhere and stole the puck. So the Capitals are working it up out of their zone into our zone. Ovechkin tries to throw the cross-ice pass, is knocked down, and Vlasic picks it up, but loses it immediately to Backstrom. Ovechkin in front of that to Oshie, I believe, but that did not make it, and a silly turnover there. Silly turnover. Oshie gets decked. So Vlasic throwing the body. I believe that was Vlasic. Might have been Carlo. Nicky with the dekes, and he loses the puck. So Ovechkin has it. Crossing over into our zone, dumps it in a little bit, and it's offsides. So a pretty fast-paced first 6 minutes there. I did not have time to breathe, I'll tell you that much. So we're headed into this face-off here. Turris versus Kuznetsov, and Kuznetsov wins it back to Orlov. Over to Bowie, up to Kuznetsov, over to Johansson. Brings in the zone, it's poked away, but he recovers it. Kuznetsov still has it around the point. A little bit of a board battle here, and the Capitals win it. Orlov carrying it in front of the net. Couldn't get it off his backhand, though, as Pastrnak takes the puck up to Pavelski. Little 1-on-4 action here from Pavelski. Slaps it. Oh, it almost snuck by Braden Holtby there on the short side. So an offhanded short side slapper. Pavelski tried to surprise Holtby on the 4-on-1 or the 1-on-4, but it did not work. So McAvoy digs the puck out from behind the net. Pavelski with a defensive zone turnover. We were fortunate enough to get it out of the zone, though. So 10 minutes left here in the first overtime period. Burakovsky up 2-on-2 action. Oh, my Lord. Oh, big save by Rask. I saw that coming. I saw Lars Eller sneaking in there with no defensive attention on him. But he was shut down by Rask. Look at this. Nobody there. Right in front of the net, one-timer. Rask with the big save. So defensive zone face-off. We got Windberg versus Eller. Let's see if this new third line can do something here. As another face-off win for the Caps. They're 3 for 3 in this period. Okay, glove save there by Rask as Lewington. Shit, man. Lewington slapper from the point. Glove save by Rask. But that was like 30 seconds ago at this point. We dump it in, and the Capitals dig it out. Eller with a little 1-on-3 opportunity. Back to Wilson, slapper, and that is knocked down by Grzelcyk, who should be a little 4-on-2 here for the Bruins. And Grzelcyk just skates it into a poke check. Little counterattack hockey here from the Caps. They dump it in. And dump and chase. Fleury got it, but got hit off the puck. But the Bruins got it back in the end. A little 3-on-2 here for the Bruins. Marchand gets it in. Wheeling around the zone. Passes it back to the point to Fleury. Slapper. Ooh, top cheddar from Hayden Fleury. There we go, boys. Little offhand, off-wing slap shot. Goes far side snipe over Holtby's glove. So good shit there from Hayden Fleury. Probably the guy you would least expect to snipe Braden Holtby for an overtime game winner. Brings it in on the dot, unchecked. Holtby guarding the short side. So maybe that goal was set up a little bit by Pavelski, who tried that surprise short side slapper earlier on in the overtime. Sets up Hayden Fleury there for the far side slapper snipe from that same spot. So good shit there from the Bruins. Another overtime victory for us. A 1-0 game right there. So that was a goaltender's duel. The goaltender's duel we expected from this series, as Rask comes out with the shutout from that game. So we're up 2-1 now. Not headed back, but still in Boston for this here game 4. Up 2-1 in the series. If we can win this game, man, we will be in such a good spot. We will be in such a good spot. First period, they get 2 goals. Oh, did not mean to do that. They got goals from Vrana and Ovechkin. So the first line coming up big there. Not happy with losing that game in overtime. They start out strong. 15 shots to our 8. So we're getting dominated this game. Can we turn it around here in this second period? No, we cannot. Still getting outshot by 7. Still a 2-0 score line. So if we can avoid getting shut out this game, that'd be great. Be really great. Power play. There we go. Nikki scores a power play goal from right in front of the net. And that brings us within one. Penalty kill. Okay. The penalty kill succeeded. 10 minutes left. We just need one more goal, boys. Just one more goal. Take this game to an overtime. Just take this game to an overtime. Anything can happen. Can we get it? Looks like we cannot get it. 2 minutes left. 1 minute. And they got a power play. Empty netter for Alex Ovechkin. So there we go. Got outshot by 12. Gave the Capitals back their home ice advantage. And Rask was still the first star. So that probably tells you how poor our offense played that game. In that we lost the game 2-1. And Rask was the first star and Holtby was not a star at all. Ovechkin with 2 goals. Vrana with a goal and an assist. Round out the 3 stars. So, yeah. Disappointing game 4 there. But we're still in the series. We still have a chance. Just need to win one game in Washington and win our game 6 at home, and we are home free to the conference finals. So, alright, get right into this game 5 here. Tie series in Washington. Can we come out with this power play? Turris! There we go. Another power play. I'm going to let him go. Okay. Another power play? Okay, so I did not mean to live sim half of that first period, but we had 3 power plays. We capitalized on one of them. Turris got a goal 3 minutes in. So the rest of the first period, no goals. Okay. Outshooting them 13-11, so much better play than last game. Can we carry it over to the second period? Yes, we can. Jay Beagle gets a goal from the right half boards for the Caps, but Marchand responds on the third line with a goal from the left face-off circle. So we still have that 1-goal lead. Huge period here for Rask. If we can shut down the Capitals and keep them off the board here in the third period, that would be huge. Quarter of the way in, nothing happening just yet. Halfway through the period, nothing happening. Just some shots for each team. No power plays or anything, and definitely no goals thus far. 5 minutes left. 4 minutes. Can we shut the door here on the Caps and steal back home ice? Yes, we can. Holy shit. So we outshot them by 8 that game. A 2-1 victory, another goaltender's duel there. Rask with another huge performance. That's 3 in a row for him. Holtby first star. That makes no sense whatsoever. Rask, second star. Marchand, the goal scorer, was your third star. So up 3-2, boys. Headed back to Boston with a chance to close out this series and head to the conference finals. Can we do it? As the scouting, that's the last thing I'm worried about right now is fucking scouting. Where do we want to go? I don't know. Let's look at goalies here. I think we already did that, actually. Never mind. Look at goalies here. 2 weeks for goalies in the WHL. So, Game 6 in Boston. We're back at home, boys. Can our home crowd help us out here in this pivotal potential elimination Game 6? Nothing in the first period. Getting outshot by 6, but Rask coming up big so far this game. Can our offense step up and put us on top in the second period? No, they cannot, but Jakub Vrana can for the Caps. So we outshot them by a lot that period, but they got the only goal. Come on, boys. We need some better... There we go. I was going to say we need some better offensive play, and our offensive defenseman from the third pairing scores as we get scored on... Okay, who took that penalty? On the penalty kill. Vlasic with a holding stick penalty. Alright, whatever. Orlov scores on the power play. So let's keep this going, boys. Game 6. We need to get one more, boys. Power play. There we go. Nikki scores from right in front of the net. Another power play. Another power play. Another power play. Long power play. My God. Hyman. Fuck yes, boys. Zach Hyman gets a goal for us. Can we hold on? Fiala gets the empty netter. Fuck yes, boys. We're headed to the conference finals for the first time in this series. On the back of 4 third period goals. Tuukka Rask, your first star. A couple of fourth liners, and Hyman and Bjorkstrand round out the 3 stars. So really good performance there in that series. Good shit from the Bruins. Good shit all around. And holy shit. Are we going to be facing the Montreal Canadiens again in this season? They have 3-2 advantage on the Sabres. Let's see if we're going to be playing them. We are. Alright. Another matchup with the Montreal Canadiens in the playoffs. This time the stakes are higher. as we are facing off for a chance to go to the Stanley Cup Final. So the Montreal Canadiens, led by Kevin Shattenkirk. Oh, I'm nervous for this series, boys, but I couldn't write a better script. The first season we failed to make the playoffs. We end up drafting 8th, get a pretty good player there. Second year, we end up going to the Stanley Cup playoffs, make the second round. We lose to the Canadiens after getting spurned by Kevin Shattenkirk in free agency. He said he wanted to win now, but we made the playoffs, made the second round of the playoffs. And I really wanted to shove it in his face that he chose the wrong team in free agency, but we lost. And then, year 3, last season, we faced them in the first round, and we shit the bed. I believe the home team was 0-7 in that series, and we had home ice advantage, so we lost that series in a very dramatic and unfortunate fashion. But here we are, year 4, facing off with the Montreal Canadiens for a trip to the Stanley Cup Final on the line. So, yeah, I don't know how to feel about this, boys. Like, the opportunity, we have such an opportunity here to play the Canadiens on the biggest stage that we possibly can in the conference final. And it'd be fucking awesome to beat their ass in this series. But at the same time, it's risky. Like, if they knock us out from 3 playoffs in a row, like, I might just jump off of a building after this series if we lose. I might just jump off of a fucking building. It's gonna be either a really high or a really low. And if you guys want to figure out what it is, and there's gonna be some great reactions next video, I know that for sure. I'm gonna be all over the place emotionally. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to our channel so you'll be notified when new videos come out, especially this next one. And like this video as well if you enjoyed it. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. I love to interact with the fans, and so do all of us here at Dreams Gaming. So check out some of our other series too. Got a couple of other franchise mode series. Also, I got some EA SHL play, as well as some MLB The Show, Road to the Show play on our channel. So tune in next time to see if we can actually come out on top of the Montreal Canadiens. And I'll see you guys next time.